Well, hello, Virgo gang. This is your reading if you have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. And if you don't know that information, many of you already know this, but there is a link in my description box of where to get a free birth chart so that when you watch me and other tarot readers, you can get a complete picture by watching all of your major zodiac placements. Super, super quick and easy to get that for you, okay? And while you're in the description box, check out the updated info on pricing for my personal readings. I have made those a lot more feasible for you guys, so you can check all of that out. And there's a lot of useful information as far as links to my playlists that will hopefully get you started on a path to peace in your journey in this crazy thing we call life, right? So Virgo gang, we are going to get a snapshot of the energies with you and the person that you are dealing with. Maybe a relationship, situationship, okay? So just take what resonates, okay? I did a reading yesterday called Take Two. If your reading for your zodiac sign didn't resonate, you might want to check that out too. And those readings were really different, really interesting, but okay. With that being said, Virgo, without further ado, let's get started on reading for your current person, all right? Let's get started, Virgo gang. Those of you who are dealing with someone. All right. All right. Their energy. Your energy. And a probable outcome. Okay, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We got Gemini and Aries energy. We got Gemini energy all day long for many of you. And this is a strong soul connection. Very strong soul connection. For many of you, some of you, this feels like twin flame energy. And I use those words very cautiously because I do not believe in an end-all be-all twin flame. However, this has a lot of mirroring probably, okay? And a lot of recognition where when you first even started dealing with this person, it felt like you had known them forever kind of thing. An immediate and an intense connection here for many of you all day long. Okay, let's walk through this thing, Virgo. Let's dissect the whole thing. All right, a lot of maturity here on the part of your person, okay? I think you guys are dealing with challenges of some sort, and we will talk about those, but a lot of maturity all day long. And again, I'm getting divine counterpart here. Your person sees you as divine counterpart. I get that. And then, of course, you know, we got the lovers here that we'll talk about in a minute. But, yeah, strong soul connection all day long, okay? And a lot of maturity. Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor we are talking about right now. A person with a lot of vision, higher vision, stable, mature, a lot of regard for you, a lot of respect here, a lot of mutual respect here going on in many, many ways, okay? Three of Pentacles, though, but in the reverse, okay? Now, let's talk about this thing. You know, this can mean so many different things, okay? But it's almost like this could speak to some sort of financial setback. And really, I think for a lot of you, that very well could be the case. Okay, that's not traditionally what that card means. Could speak to a little bit of ego, perfectionism. Maybe somebody's a little bit out of balance in their priorities too. Okay, let's just throw that out as a possibility. Sometimes as I move through the cards, I will get the story a little clearer. So let's move to your energy. Okay. You in your energy, you've got the Two of Wands in reverse. It's kind of crazy. Two of Wands in reverse, Three of Wands in the upright, 10 of Wands in reverse, okay? So I really think that there is something that's got you really on the fence about something, okay? Confusion here sometimes when this card comes up, okay? And kind of stuck in a decision-making process. Can speak to some self-doubt or doubt in general, okay? But, and honestly, but I think you do think there's a lot of potential here, and you're willing to put in the work, and, you know, this is about being patient and the card of self-healing, okay? But, and honestly, okay, I think I get what the in and out energy is here that I talked about. I think I'm getting this. All right, 10 of Wands in reverse. This can speak to needing to take a rest until you get a clear vision, because right now that's what it is. Something has got you in your head about something, okay, and you're feeling very confused, and you really need to go inside and take a rest from, maybe do some self-care or rest, and just kind of hold off making a decision. So this part, I think you're right on. But this part, you just need to make a decision to go forward and do some work. And you will see some success if you do that. That's what this card speaks to, okay? So, do you do that? Well, the cards say that you do. And, I think you kind of go back and forth on this. Magician reversed, but the Four Swords in the upright, okay? It's kind of like at times, and this is probable outcome, at times you work against, this is the card of being your own worst enemy. So at times you and or your person work against it, and at other times you go inside and you do the energy work, okay? I think I know what we're getting here. I think what we need, I think the message here and the advice is going to be, don't be sporadic in your energy work. Do it every day, without fail. Make a commitment to yourself to do that, because that is what's causing the issues here, and that's what I'm seeing. And both of you really need to do that, okay? I think both of you are kind of in and out on doing that, and it's causing some confusion, okay, and causing some doubt about some situations, okay, making you feel overburdened and really having a lack of perspective, okay, and in your head all day long, up in your head, and really overthinking and worrying about something, okay? And I think for many of you, this is a financial issue, but it could, Pentacles can also involve family, but there is an issue, and your person is well aware of it. That's why this Three of Pentacles is here, okay? Y'all are very overburdened, and the problem is that you really are not taking this energy work seriously. But it's like if you, I think this is I think this is very viable, and we're going to speak to this a little bit more, Virgo, but I think the thing that's got you overburdened is that both of you are really just neglecting your energy work, and probably what's happening, because this is such a strong soul connection, and you've heard me say this many times, I'm going to repeat it for the ones in the back that didn't hear it, right? Nothing can get toxic quicker than a strong, intense connection like the one we are discussing here, than folks who neglect their energy work, okay? And it's easy to do. In the best of situations, when you come together, if you are energetically ready with this intense soul connection, if you're not careful and you get complacent and you start neglecting that, it will go by the wayside. I don't see that in the cards, but I think there is a struggle here to keep priorities. And I talked about that even early on with that Three of Pentacles. Maybe somebody's got their priorities out of order. You've got to, and this has nothing to do, this is not me telling you to separate. No, nothing like that. What this is telling me to tell you to do is to go into solitude regularly. Meditate. Don't neglect your spirituality, because that is, look, that's my key to sanity. That's your key to sanity. Because look, these intense, strong soul connections can be absolutely, flawlessly beautiful when you're doing that regularly. But when you're not, you will inch backward. And then next thing you know, toxicity creeps in. And I think we are catching this really before. I don't see any toxicity here. I don't think it's happened. But I think if you're really not careful, that's what's going to happen. That's what's causing the issues here. Is really just, not being consistent. I think you do sometimes, but you've got to be consistent. That's what this is all about. A lot of passion here, a lot of attraction, a lot of physical attraction, okay? And this is, certainly, of course, long-term potential here all day long. But the advice in the Lover's card is about taking the high road when you make decisions. And when you are at a fork in the road, to meditate, to find the answers, and take the high road. So that, I believe, is the message that we had for my Virgos that are dealing with someone. I think this is a really great connection with a lot of potential and a lot of maturity all day long. And I don't think it's not a willingness to put in the work. I really think it is. I think you both have the best of intentions. I think you probably are overburdened. And maybe life is throwing you some curveballs and it's taking a lot of your energy to deal with things. Maybe if there has been some kind of setback of some sort, that we talked about, financial or otherwise, right? But at the end of the day, going inside is going to keep the sparks. There you go. That's going to keep the harmony and the passion and the attraction and keep this thing vibing in the way that I feel like it has in the past. We didn't do a past, present, and future, but that's kind of what I see, that, you know, in the probable outcome, you know. So I hope this has helped, Virgo. Let's pull some advice for you from the tarot. We're going to go a little bit deeper. Okay, additional information that you, Virgo, might need to know. Okay, let's get some info for you. Ooh, must be important, right? Must be important. I always say that when my cards start kind of going nuts. I blame my lack of shuffling skills on that, right? All right, Virgo. All right, let's take a look. What do we need to know, Virgo gang? I'm always about, look at here. Knight of Wands. Okay, do not be afraid to take action in the right circumstances. Knight of Wands, somebody may be at a distance from each other, okay? And it may speak to the energetic distance that can come in and creep in if you're not doing the energy work. So this is kind of a heads up. This is an angry and feisty individual, okay? Why does this happen? Because he neglected his energy work, okay? Work through that shadow if you need to, okay? All right? Energy work every single day. That's going to keep the anger out, the feistiness out. There's nothing wrong with being feisty. That's fine, okay? Be spunky. That's okay. But be kind at the same time. Don't be angry, and do not be quick to anger, because that can be exhausting, especially in an intense connection like the one that we discussed in this earlier reading. Four of Cups, okay? All about being up in your head about something once again, okay? Four of Cups. This is the card of complacency. Many times. Boredom, complacency, okay? We're going to go with complacency with this one, and we know why. Don't get complacent on your energy work. This is a good connection. Don't blow it. That's kind of the overall gist of this reading. I may even name it that. This is a good one. Don't blow it, right, Virgos? Eight of Pentacles. A lot of abundance here, okay? With a caveat of not getting out of balance on this card. That's what that's about, okay? Sometimes this person's identity gets caught up in their work, okay? And they neglect other areas like spirituality. You know, it may not be that you're dealing with a workaholic. I mean, maybe you're, you know, out of balance and you're spending, you know, more time on one thing than another. I don't know what it could be. Maybe you're watching too much Criminal Minds, okay? Maybe you're, you know, watching, you know, spending, you know, there's a balance, okay, of self-care and all of this thing, but you don't want to get complacent here. And that's kind of what I'm getting is this overall message. Work smarter, not harder. The advice of the Seven of Swords. If something is not going quite like you want it to, don't be combative. Don't get angry, okay? Work smarter and not harder. And mental preparedness is all about that. Well, how does that happen? Once again, there we go, okay? All right, Virgo, let's pull some Moonology for you, and then we may get a quote or two. We'll just kind of go from there, okay? Confidence is your key to success. New Moon in Leo, there you go. I love this. If this is not appropriate, I don't know what is. Your commitment is being tested. And the commitment is to your higher self, right? To keeping your vibration up, right? That's it. That's it. And sometimes things will come across to see how serious you are. You know, the universe will throw you distractions and say, are you sure? Are you serious? I mean, it happens to me, and it definitely will. You know yourself better. This is the, my God, this is the fourth time this quote has come up. This came up earlier with my Leo singles, and now it's coming up for y'all. But here's what's wild. This morning when I was strolling through my Facebook, Rich Lott posted this, and I commented on there that I have this in this deck, and this is the fourth time this has come up today. You know yourself better than anyone, yet you crumble at the words of someone who hasn't lived 1 second of your life. Focus on your own voice only. Why? Because that's the one and the only one that matters. Nobody else's opinion matters. If you can lay your head on the pillow at night and feel like you acted in an ethical, responsible, kind, and loving, but truthful way towards yourself and everyone around you, that's who you're accountable to. That's who you're accountable to, the person in the mirror. Okay, and that's your worst critic, okay? And I know that because that's Virgo all day long, right? Mind, you know we failed, right? Heart, and we are allowed to start again. Soul, and again if we need to. Here you go. I like that one. Fall 7 times, get back up 8. All right, Virgo. Thank you for watching. Many blessings, much success in this relationship. I think it's pretty cool.